Hello and welcome. In this course, I will teach you about the basic of computer-aided engineering, finite element method, basic using ANSYS software. So, we will do the basic static linear finite element method simulation. In this assignment, you have to create a 3-point bending like this one to test the aluminum alloy beam with the dimension of 200 by 20 mil and thickness of 10 mil with 3 roller system, dimension of 20 mil in diameter and thickness of 20 mil. You have to apply force of 10,000 Newton in the mid top roller, so it will create a force to the upper part of the beam. You can see the drawing for the 3D model is like this. The beam is 200 millimeter with the width of 20 mil and the thickness of 10 millimeter. Accompanied by 3 roller, 2 at the bottom as a rolling support and 1 on the top as the main pressure that will create pressure or force onto the top of the beam. First thing first, you need to create your base 3D file, the CAD file. In this example, I use SolidWorks and create assembly file of the system. And after that, you need to open ANSYS. To open ANSYS, you need to run the Workbench application. So this is the main menu of ANSYS. As you can see in here, in your left is the toolbox. And for this course, we will use static structural module. So search for static structural module, like here, and just click it. So the module will pop up on your project schematic on your main Windows. So the next step is to import your model in ANSYS. To do that, right click on the geometry menu and select import and browse your model. After that, you need to set up your model and setting up your material in the model. To do this, right click on the model and select edit. Here is the main menu windows for edit model in ANSYS. To set up your material, because the beam is aluminum alloy, go to geometry, select beam, and then go through the material and assignment, select new material, and a new windows will pop up. In here, search for engineering data source tab and go to general material and search for aluminum alloy and click add to engineering data. After this icon pop up, you can just close the tab and then go back to your edit windows. After that, you need to reload your material. Go in here, material tab, and then right click, select refresh material, and you have the aluminum alloy. So go to the beam and change the material into aluminum alloy and leave the other 3 rolls to structural steel. After that, you have to make sure all of your geometry parts have this option. Stiffness behavior is flexible and suppress is no. For the beam part, you must change it to the aluminum alloy. The other 3 rolls, just leave it to the structural steel. After you have set up your model's material, you need to set up your model connection. Go to the connection and make sure you have contact is available directly in the connection setting. If you create the model as good as possible, contacts will auto create all region. In this instance, we have 3 contact region. This contact region 1, contact region 2, and contact region 3. First thing first, we need to change the contact region setting for all these 3 contact region. Go to the first one, contact region 1, and select the type, change it to the frictionless, and go and look for pinball region in here. Select auto detect value, and then go to interface treatment in here, adjust to touch. You need to change these 3 value for all these 3 contact region. So we repeat the process. Go to contact region 2, change the type to frictionless, and then change the pinball region to auto detection, and change the interface treatment to adjust to touch. And the last. Make sure you have to change all contact region setting as I mentioned before. This is frictionless. And then you need to create the model's constraint. To create the model constraint, go to this static structural, right click and search for insert, and then select force. You need to select the geometry and select this face. Click apply. Define by component. We want to have this roll to create a 10,000 Newton force into the negative Y direction to directly pressing the beam. So you just need to insert Y component minus 10,000 Newton. After that, you need to create another constraint, displacement. You need to select two face of the bottom roller, this one, and hold your control keyboard and select the other one and click apply. In this displacement constraint, you want to make sure that this roller cannot moving to other direction, so you need to set it to be 0 in X direction, to be 0 in Y direction, and to be 0 in Z direction. And the last, you want to add another displacement, and you need to define this bottom face of the beam so that the beam is freely moving into the Y direction, because we apply force into direct Y direction, so the beam need to able to move freely in the Y axis, either up or either down. So for the other axis like Z and X, you don't need to make it free, so you enter the value of 0 in X component and 0 in the Z component. Make sure you have this setting right, because otherwise your simulation will not run smoothly and it will create some error message. Then you need to setting or insert your solution. Go to the solution and right click, select insert deformation total, right click insert strain equivalent von Mises, right click insert stress equivalent von Mises. In this setting, you want to define the geometry of all of your solution manually. So go to the total deformation, geometry, all bodies, select, and select this menu body, and then click for the beam, because you only want to analyze what happened in the beam, not in the roll. Repeat the step to the equivalent, select and apply the body, and equivalent stress, select and apply the body. After that, after you have create all the necessity parameter, the last thing you want to do is go to the mesh and generate mesh. It will create automatic mesh setting. For the scores, just use automatic adjusted setting like this. This is the auto mesh that have been created by automated adjusted non-adjusted setting. You can change the setting parameter like sizing, contact sizing, and refinement, and phase meshing, and so on. But for this course, the bigger mesh size is actually better, because it will create a less computation time. Because if you increase the size to be a smaller one, it will automatically adjust for increase in your computation time. It will take a longer time to finish. So I think the size of this mesh is kind of acceptable for the scores. After that, just run your simulation by clicking this solve or press F5 in your keyboard. Then you just wait for the magic to happen. I think it has been finished. Can we know it finished? Yep, it has been finished because the report is complete like this. You can to see the result. You can go to report preview like this. And of course, you can manually go to the geometry and click the solution like this, total deformation. You can play the animation like this. You can see how the beam has been deformed by 10,000 Newton force using the single mid top roller. You can see the equivalent elastic strain. Here is the value of maximum strain. This is the value of the maximum stress. So that's it, the basic of CAE ANSYS simulation, finite element method. And that's it. I hope this course will help you to understand a bit about CAE, especially finite element method simulation. Thanks and see you next time.